Let's talk apocalyptic defense once again. We're going to take this fire extinguisher and a block of wood and these materials here and turn it into a sweet homemade air pressured self-defense system. So what we'll need, if you haven't seen my other video, you're going to need your fire extinguisher with the Schrader valve in the bottom. By the way, don't do this at home. It's a bad idea. This thing's a cannon, a bullet ready to go off. So let me do the dangerous stuff, but we have this, we have a supply hose, some balloons, those will make sense later on, a barrel, and a bolt, and some screws. And then I have my rifle stock. Let's get after it. I'm just going to try to make this as easy as possible. Let's mount this right about there. So I left enough room on the end to protect the valve from getting knocked. Hopefully that works out. I'm just going to use this as my my mount for my fuel source, if you can call pressurized air fuel. So simple stock design. Laid it out. Took me a couple minutes to make this stock. I might go back and sand it down later on, depending on how nice and wonderful this thing works. Alright, let's put that on. Strap her down. I'm going to fix my supply line. Make sure that fits nice and snug. And then I'm going to bring that back around, put my barrel in. And this is going to mount just like that. See, I have some clamps for electrical line to fix this. I'm going to try and line that up so that it's half accurate. How's that look? Be looking down it just like a barrel. Alright, have my trigger mechanism, and let's go pressurize this thing up. So I have my air compressor here with the valve in, and I have the regulator here at a little under 90 psi. So I'm going to take this and juice it up I know the air is equalized when the noise stops. Now, because of this can be a deadly projectile, that's why I'm facing it away from me. And you want to be careful where you point it at all times, just like a real gun, because, well, I shouldn't have to explain it. Alright, now I have my bolt. Alright, and there goes my balloons. So the balloon is going to act as a seal around the bolt, because the bolt is a little sloppy in the barrel. Alright, so I found that I can just take this balloon and that creates kind of an airtight seal that allows the bolt to fly through the air or get enough force behind it. Try this again. I better make sure that barrel doesn't, that trigger doesn't get hit, or I'm going to get my hand taken off. All right. Fire one. Alright, it didn't stick in that board. That board is pretty tough. I'm gonna try it again. Last time I got about 3 shots out of this before all the air was gone. So I can even take this balloon and break the end and send that down a little ways further, like that. Get it back in there. Unravel that a little bit. Alright, there we go. Let me grab something else. Some bedding. You want to see that. You don't want to miss this. Alright, that jammed up. I'm still working on the whole balloon thing. I think a rubber seal might actually be a better way to go. This worked flawlessly earlier. Try to tear that off. Leave just a little bit of rubber on there. There you go. There we go. Look at that. Just barely went in. I'm going to pressurize this up again. Give her another shot. I got about 80 psi in it. Oh, I see what the problem is. I put the barrel in backwards. It has a lip on the end from where it was cut. Let me try to ream that out. Actually, I'm going to try and just turn that around. I might be able to use that lip on there to keep the balloon or the bolt from going too far backwards. Alright, I almost have this down to a science. I take the balloon and cut off the bulb, and leave a little bit of a sheath. I can just roll that up like so, and that gives me enough pressure for the air to push against, but not so much that it's going to cause a problem. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of force I got to put on there, and that force is what builds up pressure behind it, which allows it to vault the way it needs to get down the barrel. Now I've got my regulator set about 70 psi, so I shouldn't overpressure this and blow up the tank or anything like that. Before I shoot, I had to notch this out so that I could turn the handle downward because it was kind of stuck out to the side before, and then I put another brace in there so the tank doesn't turn. It's pretty stable. Let's try this mother out. Well, I didn't get any air for some reason. Try this again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, buried it. And the rubber, she stayed on there, Jimmy. So we can reuse it. Still a little bit of pressure on there. That's good. We want that pressure. Try this again. Bamski. And I think I can probably get another shot out of there too. I'm going to try and move that towards the back of the bolt. Alright, there's 3 shots. Can we get 4? You know I'm going to have to paint this zombie green, don't you? Oh, she's running out. That's okay because I have my refiller right here. The back end popped off. Got too much pressure on the front. That was kind of freaky right there. Got that balloon seal wound up a little tight. So obviously it'll take some perfecting. And you could always put a hose clamp on there. A little better. Now it's getting windy out here. I'm going to call this for now.